for Fiterre, and we owe a great debt to Images of Hope, who are a wonderful, amazing organization. They are dependent solely on donations in order to bring classes like this to all of us. So please keep that in mind as we go on, and watch for future classes and all of Images of Hope, all of their other offerings now and in the future too. So our topic today is nature awareness. So welcome. Our program should last about a half hour. And Jennifer and I are going to share some techniques with you that will help ease all of our worries, anxieties, insomnia at the moment. Just help us cope a little bit better, and hopefully enjoy nature and appreciate all the beauty that is around us too at the same time. So first of all, I would like to show you a technique I have learned recently, and ever since I learned it, I've been using it every day. It's a type of pranayama breathing, and Dr. Andrew Weil did a lot to publicize this particular technique. And as he terms it, he calls it 4-7-8 breathing. And if you Google that, you will find lots of great articles and testimonials about how it helps with blood pressure, worry, anxiety, insomnia, panic. And it's easy to do and only takes a minute or so for each sequence you do. So just probably less than 5 minutes a day I think you'll see some wonderful results if you do it on a daily basis. Make this part of your routine. So 4-7-8 breathing. The key to this is to remember the numbers 4, 7, and 8, because this is the count to which you do each step of this exercise. Doesn't have to be 4 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds. You just have to count to 4, to 7, and to 8, so that each section of this sequence is in the right ratio. And what it does is it reverses the whole flight or fight response that our body has to worry or fear. It turns it upside down and increases our oxygen where fear might decrease it. So it's a magical technique. And I'm going to describe it first, then I'll demonstrate it myself, and then after that, we'll do it all together. So sit up straight. And for this breathing technique, during the whole sequence, if you could place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth behind your teeth and keep it there for the sequence, that just increases the effectiveness. So to begin, and you can wait, you don't have to do it with me now. Just watch me, listen to how I describe it, watch me do it myself silently, and then we'll do it together. So first of all, you exhale fully. Then you breathe in silently through your nose to the count of 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold to count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You hold that breath for count to 7. And then you exhale through your mouth to a count of 8, making an audible whoosh sound. So you have a long exhale to the count of 8. Like you're blowing out a candle. So, as I said, it doesn't have to be 8 seconds because that's hard to do. So just count to 4 for the inhale, count to 7 for the hold, holding that breath, count to 8 So that exhale is twice as long as your inhale. And exhale forcefully to push all that air out. That completes one full breath. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. So. And then you begin again. Inhale to a count of 4. Okay, so if you want to try it all together, here we go. So exhale, get rid of all the air out of your lungs first. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And begin again. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. So that's what you do. And you do this sequence in 4s, 4 times. You can do that for that sequence 4 times, twice a day if you want. But I think Andrew Weil recommends not to do it at first more than twice a day. And so it only takes you a few minutes, and it really improves your whole anxiety situation and insomnia. See if it works. Give it a try. So that's 4, 7, 8 breathing. And there is a link in the handout that we emailed out last night. So one other thing I'm going to talk about with regard to nature, I don't know if you could hear some of the birds in the background, and I'm in my garden. Appreciation of nature helps us all at this moment, all the time. The appreciation of the beauty around us, it really does help ease our stress. I know I couldn't do without it myself, as many of you know. And our traveling is limited now. So just outside your door, or even in your house with appreciating a house plant or a dandelion that might be poking its head and blooming in between the cracks of the sidewalk. We can appreciate nature all around us. So you can take a journey, even though you can't travel right now, perhaps you can take a journey right outside your door. And more importantly, you can take an inner journey and explore some of those inner worlds inside. So I'm just going to talk about one way that you can appreciate nature, build a relationship with a plant. And well, let's start. It's like a little mini meditation. If you go outside, sit still, breathe slowly, focus outwards. Can you hear birds? What do you smell? Can you smell a plant? Does the plant that you're sitting nearby, does it have a scent? Can you smell a flower? If you sit still, you can become invisible and just listen. If you sit quietly, birds will come nearby. The insects will start coming near you. Just listen. And when you need to move, just see what plant calls out to you and touch it. I have one here. This is a thimbleberry here. You don't have to pick it. You can sit next to it. I picked a leaf here just to make it easy for the camera. But see what plant calls out to you and touch it. Just feel the texture. This one has a lovely soft texture. Look at the pattern of the veins on the leaf. Just study that. Or if you're sitting next to a tree, press your hand against the bark. Look at the design of the bark. Feel that texture. Memorize that texture. See what the veins and the leaves feel like. do they smell? Or if you have a flower, what's that texture of the petals, the design? What draws the bees to the center of that flower? If you stare at it long enough, you can become that plant. It is a deep meditation, and always afterwards, you will have a relationship with that plant. And also you'll get to know yourself a little bit too. It's a simple thing to do, but it's a way to appreciate tiny beauties all around us that we might not always appreciate. And to end my portion of the class, I'm just going to read a little bit from a translated version of the Night Way song, the Navajo Night Way song, Dine. For me, your mind thinks, your voice speaks for me. Beauty is before me, and beauty is behind me. Above and below me hovers the beautiful. I am surrounded by it. I am immersed in it. In my youth, I am aware of it, and in old age, I shall walk quietly the beautiful trail. The mountains, I become part of it. The herbs, the fir tree, I become part of it. The morning mists, the clouds, the gathering waters, I become part of it. The wilderness, the dewdrops, the pollen, I become part of it. So thank you. Just go outside, look closely at something small, and it'll become large and beautiful. So I'm going to hand it over now to Jennifer Fiterre, and she'll take you through the rest of our class today. Thank you.
Thank you, Alison. In Japanese philosophy, they do something called forest bathing. And maybe you've heard of this, but it's the action of going out into nature and doing exactly what Alison was just describing, where you're looking at nature, maybe a leaf or a plant or a tree, and studying it and feeling connected, that deep connection. In Japanese, it's called Shinrin Yoku, and forest bathing or forest therapy. And one of the ancient traditions. And in Ayurveda, connecting with nature and the 5 elements that make up nature are something that we should be doing in our daily routine to maintain ultimate health, according to that philosophy. So I have a meditation for you all that is connecting us to nature and kind of wrapping up everything we've talked about so far. Let's go ahead and get comfortable into our position of meditation, wherever you are. Begin to be in a place where you can relax and enjoy where we are for the next 10 minutes or so. Now, before I start, is everyone able to hear okay?
Yes.
Okay, I've got a thumbs up. There is, let me see here. Okay. All right, looks good. I will speak a little bit louder so that everyone can hear. And I'm going to step away from my screen so you can hear me better. All right, good. Thumbs up from everyone. All right, so let's get started with our meditation, and just begin by getting comfortable. Settle in, bringing your awareness to your mind and your body. Just take a moment to check in on yourself. Acknowledge how you're feeling right now. And gently shift your attention to your breathing. Become mindful of your inhale and your exhale. Just breathing in and out, normally and naturally. And now allow your mind to wander and expand to your favorite place in nature. And imagine you are sitting or lying down in a peaceful, serene, and beautiful place. Begin to feel a deep support from the earth's surface. Maybe you're sitting on the ground or a tree branch or lying on a sandy surface. Wherever you are, there's a light and a soothing breeze across your body. Clouds come and go across the blue sky. And you begin to feel the warmth of the sun on your body. Your body is invigorated, your mind ignited. Simply by tuning into nature and everything around you. The beautiful earth and all its glory are always here for you. Anytime you need to recharge, reconnect, to remember our Earth's vast ability to give us life, and to remember your own body is connected to the rhythms of the earth, and that you have powers naturally built in you for healing and rejuvenation anytime you need it. Off in the distance, you hear the sound of flowing water in the river. It's refreshing. Your mind clears. Your heart opens. And your body relaxes as you really listen. You can begin to hear where the water reaches the edge of the shore and where there are some rocks in the water and it's flowing faster, making different sounds. You stay where you are now, here in silence, listening to and absorbing all of the sensations of your favorite place. You soak in the powerful energy, the light, the strength of the earth. You feel the sensation of the environment and appreciate the nature and all its beauty. Let this favorite place embrace you and nourish you. There's nothing more you need to do, nowhere you have to go, and no one you have to be. Just simply enjoy and savor this connection you've created with nature. You know you can heal with nature's magnificent energy and its earthly universal love. Your heart is full of warmth, health, and love for yourself and every living thing. You have the amazing ability to come to this special place anytime you need a break, anytime you need a reminder, connect to the powers of your own healing and the healing that exists within nature. Keep this special place in your mind as you start to come back to your environment that you're in now. Bring your attention back to your breathing, your inhale and your exhale. Slowly awakening and opening your eyes when you're ready. And just as we're starting to come back to class, I just want to remind you all of the Bliss acupressure point. And that is found right here in the center of the forehead, between your eyebrows, right above where the top of the nose ends. You can use 2 fingertips to just use center here. Light pressure is good. You can do some circular movements. And if you just take a breath here, an inhale and an exhale, while holding this point, it's an automatic sensation of relaxation. It's called the bliss point because it's a power point and it really targets a lot of different chakras and places in the body to help stimulate relaxation. You can use this if you have insomnia, you can't sleep at night, you can lie on your back and just rest your hands over your forehead here and touch that point. It's also a great headache point if you want to use a little more pressure with your middle finger. Feels really good. So don't forget this bliss point. And then you can just also do those eyebrow pinches. It's another great tension reliever. And you just you pinch the skin behind the eyebrows and follow the line of your eyebrows from the center all the way to the temples. And then you can just do some circular movements on your temples just to kind of wake yourself up from taking a meditation break. Lots of muscles in the face that need attention. So often we don't realize we're clenching our jaw or holding tension in our forehead, carrying a lot of stress in our facial expressions. So just do a little massage on your cheekbones, circular movements with your fingertips. And then you can just stroke your chin. This feels good to get the lymphatic system moving. And you can end with your hands on your heart. And thank you so much for joining Alison and I today. We're so lucky to be able to see you. That's really, really neat.
It's
And
great to
yes, it is great to see everyone. And I hope everyone is healthy and safe at home. And just know that we miss you, miss seeing you. And we're so, so grateful for the images of hope support that we have to be able to continue to offer these classes virtually. And thank you again for joining us.
Thank you so much. Virtual hug.
Virtual hugs, yes. Are there any questions or suggestions?
Wonderful.
It's great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We'll be in touch. We'll keep in touch.
Great.
See you next
Thank
time.
Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
Mother's Day, all.
Oh, you too.
Yeah, you too.
Wonderful
Thank you.
Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Thank you. Stay happy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We have to leave it out.